Thanks, Ranjan. That was pretty insightful. You said that you'll brief upon certain points, but I think you have captured many important elements of the admissions process and selecting the right talent. Thanks, Amit, for this opportunity. So, just now Ranjan mentioned that it's not only about the left brain, it's about how do you select candidates who are not relevant for only today, but tomorrow. And at ISB, our focus has always been that, focusing on how we are able to recruit diverse candidates. And when we think about diversity, Ranjan mentioned already, it's not about the identity diversity only, it's about having diverse perspectives. And when you come to the classroom, one of our biggest parameters is that it's not only learning from the faculty, but also learning from the one another, peer group learning. Are you able to do that? I'll cite you a couple of instances. Like a couple of years back, I was talking to one of our alums who was then the CEO of Unilever Bangladesh, and he went on to become the chairman, and now he is the executive director of Unilever. So he's mentioned something even before the COVID times had hit us. He said, we are looking for candidates who can deal with uncertainty, who are resilient, who are strong in the soft skills aspect, who can work in teams seamlessly. And that captures, through the COVID times, we felt that even more importantly, how this has to play out as we keep on recruiting more and more candidates who would be relevant in the future. Over the different ages, Ranjan earlier pointed out, people used to look at analytical capabilities. Even now, when we look at earlier Professor Chakraborty and then CP also mentioned, there's a huge demand in the market for analytical skills. And companies are recruiting, even the likes of Unilever or even the consulting firms are looking for people who are not only good with analytics, but now the areas of business transformation and digital transformation. So, but ultimately, all of these people need to work in teams. And that's why it becomes imperative that you at the outgo, when you are recruiting candidates, you are able to focus on much beyond GMAT. And what helps us is that we always recruit candidates with 4 to 5 years experience on an average, as with the global schools. And there, what we have seen, many companies, many corporate recruiters visit ISB campus, and what they mention is that we love ISB graduates because they can hit the ground running. And what that stems out from is not only your GMAT score, our GMAT scores are constantly rising. Last year, it was the highest ever. This year, it's even higher. Also the GRE scores, and they are comparable to the top 10, top 15 in the world. But that's not that's only one element of the application process. There are multifaceted elements that we are looking at. It's your undergrad, what you have been doing, what are the extracurriculars you have been doing, what are the other skill sets. We sieve through every profile to exactly identify you have something to say special. If the 450 GMATer that Ranjan mentioned, if he had mentioned in his application that, this is the way I am looking at the world, and these are data points that show the world would possibly move in this direction, we would be interested in having a conversation with that candidate. If you look through the history of ISB, the Indian hockey captain at one time, Bryant, came to ISB for the PGP program. There have been so many, this year also we made offers to national level shooter, state level cricketer. So all the time we are scouting for people who can make an impact going forward. Even on the another element, the women leadership, we always talk about. So there is an underrepresentation in many institutes in India about the women representation, and we have nearly 39 to 40% women in class, and that's a conscious choice that we are making when we are recruiting, and that also contributes at a later stage. And overall, I would say that it's not only about recruitment, but taking the journey together. The school also has to invest in the entire learning journey, so we are constantly every other year reviewing our curriculum, making it more industry relevant. So we have the onus on ourselves to prepare those candidates. We bring in candidates who have that attitude that the high quotient of learnability, they want to make an impact, but at the same time, at the school level also, we would be working out our curriculum, our experiential aspects in such a manner that spirit keeps on getting reinforced, and going forward through the school, through their future journey as alums also, we ensure that we are constantly connecting with them, whether it be we have launched an ISB Women Initiative, which supports women alums and students throughout their career in terms of their personal and professional journeys. We have a renewed focus on entrepreneurship. Earlier, the speakers mentioned about entrepreneurship. We want to, we bring in candidates who are possibly having a dream, who want to have the support of the school. We have an iVenture at ISB doing exactly that. So again, it's a very, very participatory rule. From day one, we have been saying that ISB is by the students, for the students, and then for the alums and the faculty, and that's the way we have shaped up right from the recruiting to through their lifelong journey as a learner. So I'll take a stop here and get back to Rajiv.